perfect frontliners. So last 2 Sunday we have heard from the Deshamru, and last week also we have some discussed elaboration of some points. So before I speak something, first of all I congratulate all the devotees for organizing such a beautiful program for the first year boys of Netaji Subhash Engineering College, organizing a big program in a short place and taking responsibility to serve Krishna, please Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. So I thank all of you and all other devotees who are not present here. So definitely by this service you can attract the attention of Krishna and Krishna's pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. So whoever distribute the message of Bhagavad Gita, message of Godhead, they become very dear to Krishna. Especially to the college student. Prabhupada says that if you make one young devotee, it is equivalent to make 100 old devotees. एक अगर युवाओं को भक्त बना दे तो 100 वृद्ध उम्र वाले लोगों को भक्त बनाने का समान है. So actually, if you see Prabhupada preaching, he went to America and preached to the youths only. All Prabhupada was preaching in universities, colleges. He was going and giving seminars, and even outside also. Mostly they are all youths. And Prabhupada was very exemplary devotee by his sadhana, by his lecture, by his service, by his relationship, by his attitude, behavior. So thus people were touched, people were transformed by Prabhupada's ideal example. So and we see that in the due course of time they became great devotees, they became the leaders. So they did not know anything. They never born also in Vaishnava culture or Indian culture, but they become a great devotees. So similarly, along with our personal practice, if we can set a good example in front of others, then many will become a great devotee. So you may think that ठाकुर के दिन
জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর অপরাধ ক্ষমা করো।
ধন্যবাদ। আপনার ছেলে খুব ভালো সেবা করছে।
আপনারা দেখবেন ছেলের মতন লক্ষ্য করবেন না, ভুল ভ্রান্তি হলে সেটা আপনারা দেখে
খুব ভালো।
ভুল ভ্রান্তি হলে ক্ষমা করবেন।
আমাদের একই বয়স তো বন্ধুর মতো হয়ে গেছে।
তো ভগবান ছুটিয়ে দিয়েছে। আসলে ভক্তি মার্গে থাকলে একটু কষ্ট হয়, কিন্তু ভক্তদের সঙ্গে থাকলে বিশাল আনন্দ। ওদের এরপরে এর আগে তো গয়ায় ছিল, ততটা আনন্দ পায়নি। এই ইস্কনের শাখায় ওখানে গেছে গয়াতে, গয়া তো ওদের সঙ্গে ছিল ভালো ছিল। তারপরে একটা স্কুলে হোস্টেলে রান্না চলে গেল, সেখানে নিরামিষ রান্না। কিন্তু এর ততটা আনন্দ পায় না, দেখে শুনে পয়সা বেশি। 11,000 টাকা দিচ্ছিল, 12,000 টাকা দেবে বললে এবারে বলে চলে আসো আমার এখানে তো স্থানীয় লোকজন থেকে চুরি করে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে জিনিসপত্র, তুমি এসে তোমাকে 12,000 টাকা করে দেবো। এ বলে না না ওখানে আমি আর যাবো না, ওখানে কোনো ভক্তির কোনো নেই, আর গেলে ও একটু পাঠ কীর্তনের মধ্যে থাকতে চায়, সেটা যে পয়সা একটু কম হোক কিন্তু ভক্তি মার্গটা তো রক্ষা করা তো বড় কষ্টকর। সেখানে শুধু পয়সা তো দেখলে হবে না, ভক্তদের সঙ্গে বিশাল আনন্দ। এই
ছেলে তো আরো ভালো ভক্তি।
আমার ইস্কনের ভক্ত ওখানে আছে, বকু সাজমাল বলে, আমাদের প্রতি বৃহস্পতিবার করে ক্লাস হয়।
আচ্ছা,
সন্ধ্যে 7টা থেকে 9টা।
মেদিনীপুরে কি?
হ্যাঁ,
আচ্ছা,
সন্ধ্যে 7টা থেকে 9টা। ওখানে পরম দয়াল বাবু যেত,
হ্যাঁ
ওই এলাকাটা পরম দয়াল বাবু খুব সুন্দর পাঠ করতো পরম দয়াল বাবু। হোক, আসি তাহলে।
প্রার্থনা করুন আমাদের।
হ্যাঁ, আমার আপনার আশীর্বাদ করুন।
আজকে প্রোগ্রাম আছে, অনেক ছেলে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
প্রার্থনা করুন।
হ্যাঁ, এখানে শুনছি, আমি যেতেও নি কিন্তু ওখানে প্রোগ্রাম না থাকলে এখানে থাকছি আজকে। এখন ওখানে সেখানে এই যে ফোন করে ডাকতেছে, তার নাচ নিয়ে আসতেছে, সে তারা সাগরে থাকে, তারা আসতে দেখা করতে হবে, নাতি হয়েছে 6 মাস হয়ে গেলাম দেখা করি।
আরে বল,
এ তার ভজনী ঘর আছে আপনার 19 তারিখে বাংলার, আজকে 2 তারিখে গেলাম, 19 তারিখে তার ঘর ভজনী ঘর, সেখানে আবার যেতে হবে। আমি আজকে যাবো বলে বাবা সেদিনে আসো, নাতনি আসতেছে এখানে সূর্যপুরে দেখা করবে, ওই সময় বেই আসতেছে, বেই বিন আসতে, তার সঙ্গে দেখা হবে। আর আমার শ্বশুর বাড়ি।
ঠিক আছে, ধন্যবাদ। হ্যাঁ, প্রসাদ পেয়েছেন না?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
সাবধানে যাবেন।
হ্যাঁ, ভালো থাকবে সবাই।
প্রার্থনা করবেন আমাদের জন্য।
হ্যাঁ, আপনিও এসে প্রার্থনা করেন। হরি বল, হরি বল। আমি একটা আশ্রমে আছি, এইখানে তো আমাদের বাড়ি, বাড়িপুর আমাদের বাড়ি।
আচ্ছা,
ওই মেদিনীপুরে একটা আশ্রম আছে, গৃহস্থ আশ্রম।
আচ্ছা,
ওই সে আশ্রমের দায়িত্ব আমার,
ও
মাদুরি করেই চালাই।
হরি বল, খুব ভালো। Donation for program, today's program. Okay. So what I was saying, that if along with our spiritual practice, if we can set a very nice example in front of others, then many people will be inspired to take up Krishna consciousness. So as it is said that in Krishna consciousness many things are caught than taught. So when new people comes, they observe us, how we behave, how we become angry, how we talk, how we are fixed up in Krishna consciousness. That gives them faith. So therefore Krishna consciousness is not just giving lecture, but also how we practice Krishna consciousness in our own life, and how we deal with others, how we take care of others, how we help them, and how we work hard for Krishna, how we become selfless, so dedicated, so that inspire others. So as a devotee, we should try to meditate that how I can become a better devotee. As a devotee, we should contemplate that how I can improve in my different aspect of devotional service, in my sadhana, in my seva, in my behavior, in my presentation of Krishna consciousness to others. So even studies. So if you study nicely, then that will inspire the new boys to take up Krishna consciousness. It will help you also to more peacefully practice Krishna consciousness. So everything can be performed as an offering to Krishna. So as a devotee, we should always meditate that how I can be a better devotee, if I how I should act so that it pleases Krishna, it pleases Prabhupada, and it increases Krishna consciousness movement. So how I should act, what should be done in this particular situation, so so that Krishna consciousness movement increases, so that more people will get faith. So uh, so that a devotee should always meditate, always think, that should go on back of their mind. So in our previous class, we are hearing from Radhesham Prabhu that three important quality of a perfect frontliner. What are they?
Concrete philosophy,
Concrete philosophy,
compassion, and to give comfort.
So compassionate behavior, then concrete philosophy, and
To give comfort.
giving comfort to the new devotees. So so in that connection, we have discussed about concrete philosophy, and some part of compassion also. So we heard that how Krishna, Arjuna have many doubts, and Krishna answered all the doubts of Arjuna. So so Arjuna was not ready to fight, and and giving many arguments. So Krishna answered all his questions, all his doubts. So so when the college student comes in the beginning, they will also have many doubts, and we should also try our best to answer their question. We should hear them. Arjuna was arguing and speaking. Krishna heard first. So we should also hear them and then answer the question in a very meaningful way. So so the new boys, like those that are from scientific background, they will be having some scientific doubts. So and maybe some practical doubts, is gone, or they might have fear. Okay, if I practice Krishna consciousness, I will not be able to study, or I'll become a sadhu or something like this. So the practical doubts. So and they might have some scientific doubt. God exists or not? Is there any life after death? Is there any spiritual world? So all these things are taken care in the course. So but in your personal interaction, boys may ask similar questions, and if you get some if you can give them some positive answer, which will solve, or which will remove their scientific doubts, so they will get faith on spirituality. So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu have many series of lectures, science and spirituality, or spiritual scientist. Devotees are also scientists, the spiritual scientists. They know the higher or highest truth, highest level of reality. So so all of you, when you are dealing with the boys or preaching, the new boys especially, we should be trained up, or we should be aware of this basic philosophy, science and practicality, and some basic philosophy जो device में हम लोग चर्चा करते हैं, that should be clear to us, and then you can help them to sustain in Krishna consciousness, giving their faith. So and along with that, we should do our regular studies and attending the classes. That will also give you solid faith, the proper philosophy. So thus, philosophy should be nicely presented, solid philosophy, concrete philosophy. So second is compassion. Compassion. So when we preach Krishna consciousness to the new boys, we find that many times boys are not so interested. Boys are not showing the interest. So when boys are not showing interest, we many times we become discouraged. That boy did not come up, घर चला गया, or he went to movie with his friend, or he's sleeping, or he did not receive your call. So, or he came but his attitude is not good, behavior is not good. So and many times it happens that हम लोग उनको छोड़ देते हैं. In that connection, Radhesham Prabhu was saying last week what Radhanath Maharaj told, that if father gives birth a child and then leave the child in the street, what happened to the child? Child become orphan, and then they do all nonsense, correct? Similarly, when the boys start coming, or you have given some Krishna consciousness to them, so they are like a small baby. They are just took birth in Krishna consciousness. Now we should take care of them. We should not leave them. तो जैसे आप लोग सब के पास जा रहे हैं, रजिस्ट्रेशन कर रहे हैं, बच्चे लोग आ रहे हैं, and they are hearing some philosophy, and then some of them will be or many of them will be interested, and when they show some interest, then we should take care. They will be having some little spark of devotional service, and then we should fan that. They might have many like क्या कहते हैं, imperfections, many wrong things. So instead of correcting the wrong things instead of correcting the wrong things in very first phase, instead of correcting them, we should care them, or we should deal with them with compassion, we should deal with them with sympathy, or we should tolerate them. So when the boys are very new, we should not chastise them very strongly, or so we should lovingly rectify them or help them. So first of all, we should not give them up. we should continue to take care. And how we should take care? Not just chastising them and demanding you should rectify yourself. How we should do that? Yeah, that is there. The example I have been given of a sky. So sky give three things. One is like during the rainy season, the thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is like a chastisement, rectification. But before, along with the thunderbolt, what sky gives? Light. So light represent enlightenment, knowledge, spiritual knowledge, appropriate spiritual knowledge. And what else sky gives? Rain. Sky gives rain. Rain is like compassion. So we should be compassionate, we should be sympathetic, we should be loving, and we should enlighten them also. It's not like that he's going to Maya कि प्रभु जी आज मैं नहीं आ सकता हूँ, आज मेरे को गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ जाना है, या आज मेरे को मूवी देखने के लिए जाना है, आज वर्ल्ड कप क्रिकेट है, या वर्ल्ड कप फुटबॉल है, मैं नहीं आ सकता हूँ. ठीक है चलेगा ठीक.
आज शाम को शायद फीफा का फाइनल है.
दैट इज रात को 12:30 बजे.
सुन रहा था.
नहीं 8:30 बजे.
तो दोपहर में है ना हम लोग का दिक्कत रहे होंगे.
हाँ. तो हमें ऐसे नहीं कि बच्चे लोग they are saying like this and we say that okay no issue, next class में आ जाइएगा. We should lovingly inspire them or enlighten them that how this is very important, this class is very important, this program is very important, how it will be beneficial to them. So when you enlighten them with compassion, with sympathy, then they will be able to digest the philosophy. So enlightenment and compassion, very important. So concrete philosophy has to be presented with compassion. So we see in the case of Krishna and Arjuna, Lord Krishna. So Arjuna was saying that it's very difficult to practice, very difficult to control my mind. So what Krishna says? Krishna says that yes, Arjuna, this is you are right. Chanchalo hi mano Krishna pramathi balabhadrinam tasam nigraham mane vayuriva suduskaram. I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. Then Krishna, what he says? Asamsaya mahabaho. Yes, Arjuna, there is no doubt. Mind is very flickering, very strong. Asamsaya mahabaho manodurni graham chalam. Krishna says that, what Arjuna you are saying? You know how I control my mind? It is nothing. All false. You are stupid. Cannot control your mind. What kind of disciple are you? Ultimately, you are my disciple. You have to be very pakka. You don't know I am first class frontliner. And I am doing your follow-up. So you should not be like that. So Krishna was very, very sympathetic. Very sympathetic. Yes, Arjuna, it is actually very, very difficult to strong, very difficult to control. But then Krishna also did not say that okay, कठिन है, ठीक है, कोई असुविधा नहीं, छोड़ दो. Krishna never say like that. Then Krishna enlightened. अभ्यास है न तू कौन करो, but if you practice, so anyway, if we do not practice, we are going to suffer. But if you practice and detachment, you can conquer the world. So thus, Lord Krishna presented the philosophy with sympathy and empathy. So one time Arjuna says that, okay, my dear Krishna, if I take up Krishna consciousness, but in between if I get lost, बीच में अगर छूट जाता है, अगर मैं fall down हो जाऊंगा तो क्या होगा? So then Krishna spoke 2-3 important verses. So Krishna says that whoever take up this process of Krishna consciousness, even little performance of devotional service, they are protected. They will be saved from great danger. Salpam apyasya dharmasya rahate mahatavaya. So pure devotional service or devotional service to the Supreme Lord is never perishable. So in the Bhagavatam also it is mentioned that if anyone serve the Supreme Person of Godhead Mukunda Seva, so the Supreme Lord himself take the responsibility of his protection. Supreme Lord, he protects him. Now sometimes devotee may face some difficulties. They may leave Krishna consciousness sometime, or they may face some difficulties due to anarthas. But it is said by Narad Muni, whoever have tasted the nectar of Krishna consciousness, even a drop, they will not be able to leave the Krishna consciousness. They will come back again. So thus Krishna conscious devotee never fail, because Krishna is Achyuta. So therefore, whoever takes shelter of Krishna also will be protected. They will also not fall down. So thus Krishna is encouraging Arjuna. So in the new boys, like first 5 years, child is childhood, first 5 years, they are cared by the parents. Panchavarshani, क्या कहते, चाणक्य पंडित क्या कहते हैं?
माता पिता का ध्यान रखना चाहिए.
पंचवर्षाणि लालयेत. Then देखते क्या लिखा है.
फिर उसके बाद उनको स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज.
So till they shifted to boys, they are like a first 5 years. Now some of you may be shifted before practicing Krishna consciousness, before starting Krishna consciousness, like Varun Prabhu and Vivek Prabhu and Rajneesh Prabhu. So they are like a first 5 years, and they should be taken care. प्यार से उनको maybe Mayank Prabhu also. So
लालयत पंच
लालयेत पंच वर्षाणि 10 वर्षाणि तारयेत
तारयेत।
प्राप्तेषु षोडशे वर्षे पुत्रो मित्रवत आचरेत। तो पहला जो 5 साल है हमें उनका लालन पालन करना चाहिए। तो जब कोई व्यक्ति वॉइस में शिफ्ट नहीं होता है, वॉइस में शिफ्ट होने से पहले वो उनको लाइक ए पंचवर्ष उनको लालन पालन करना चाहिए, टेक केयर करना चाहिए, कंपैशनेट डील करना चाहिए एंड धीरे धीरे एनलाइटन करना चाहिए और उनको एनकरेज करना चाहिए, सिंपैथी दिखाना चाहिए। ठीक है, ये जो असुविधा हो रही है नॉर्मली सबको होता है, मेरे को भी हुआ था, लेकिन भक्तों की कृपा से मैं कंटिन्यू किया। देखिए हफ्ते में तो एक ही क्लास है, कितना समय हम लोग वेस्ट करते हैं इधर उधर। एक प्रोग्राम में तो आ ही सकते हैं और पढ़ाई भी अच्छा होता है, इतना अच्छा संग है, बाहर में क्या क्या चल रहा है। So thus we keep ourselves in their position and then we encourage them. Then they feel that oh ये हम मेरे सिचुएशन को समझते हैं। They'll feel they will feel you as their friend. So Krishna was Arjuna's guru, Supreme Lord, but at the same time Krishna dealt like his sympathetic friend, not just instructive friend, sympathetic friend, enlightened. And then being a sympathetic friend, Krishna did not keep Arjuna in Maya. So you have to understand that इसका भला कैसे होगा। और कृष्ण के चरणों में आएगा, इस कोर्स में ज्वाइन करेगा, रजिस्ट्रेशन करेगा, कंटिन्यू करेगा, तो इसलिए उनको रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना भी है और उनको कंटिन्यू भी करना है। डोंट गिव देम अप। इफ यू डोंट गिव देम अप, कृष्ण ऑल्सो विल not give you up. In the other hand, Krishna is not giving you up. Why you are giving up others? कृष्ण हमें नहीं छोड़ रहा है, प्रभुपाद जी हमें नहीं छोड़ रहा है। देखिए बहुत सारे भक्त लोग बहुत बार वॉइस से चले जाते हैं, लेकिन आप देखिएगा जितने भी बच्चे लोग वॉइस से गए हैं, वॉइस ने उनको नहीं निकाला, या वॉइस या कोई डिवोटी नहीं बोला कि या अथॉरिटी नहीं बोला आप चले जाओ। Because of his stupid mind and false ego or taking shelter of Maya, he left. So the point is that Krishna never leaves us. Krishna representative never leaves us. So why we leave others? We should try our best. And even they leave, if you act like that, even they leave, the future they will come back. Future they will come back in Krishna consciousness. So thus Krishna is encouraging. So we should encourage the boys in a right direction, in a right way, presenting the philosophy, taking care of them, keeping yourself with in their position. I also have some same difficulties. मैं जब शुरू में क्लास में ज्वाइन किया था, मेरे को भी दोस्त लोग बोलते थे, मैं भी 1-2 बार चला गया था, मेरे को भी लगा था रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं करूँगा, मेरे को भी लगा था कि चैंटिंग नहीं करूँगा। Everybody face such situation. लेकिन हाँ, भक्त ने मेरे को मदद किया। मैं धीरे धीरे समझा कि बाहर के जो एसोसिएशन है, एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, ये तो हमें पढ़ाई में मदद करेगा ही नहीं, लाइफ में भी मदद नहीं करेगा, तो मैं क्यों वो सब चीज़ करूँ। दूसरी ओर मैं अगर इस एसोसिएशन में रहता हूँ, मैं भगवान की शरण लेता हूँ, तो मेरा भौतिक भौतिक कल्याण भी होगा और आध्यात्मिक कल्याण भी होगा। इससे श्रेष्ठ और क्या हो सकता है? इतना अच्छा संघ, ऐसे कॉलेज के गंदे जगह में आकर इतना अच्छा संघ मिल रहा है, इससे और क्या सौभाग्य हो सकता है। तो इस प्रकार अगर आप सिंपैथेटिकली एनकरेज करते हैं और उनके डाउट्स को रिजॉल्व करते हैं, प्रैक्टिकल डाउट्स and some philosophical doubts, practical doubts, some scientific doubts, so they will be impressed, they will sustain. So तो थोड़ा हमें सिंपैथेटिक, सेंसिटिव होना चाहिए, सेंसिटिवली डील करना चाहिए. So and then we have to ensure that if you practice Krishna consciousness, you will never be failure. You will never be failure. Krishna takes care of his devotees. Krishna takes care of his devotees. If somebody practices Krishna consciousness very nicely, very sincerely, one lifetime he will go back to God. Prabhupada said, chant 69, follow 4x, one lifetime. Crash course. One life. Only हम लोग भक्ति में आए 25 साल 20 साल के बाद, और शायद 60 70 50 में हम लोग हरिबोल हो जाएगा. इतना 40 साल 20-25 साल 30 साल का प्रैक्टिस में बहुत नाम, लेकिन उतना समय में हम लोग नहीं हो सकता, क्या बहुत कठिन है. ये है करोड़ों जीवन, पशु जोनी, पक्षी जोनी, भूत प्रेत, कितना जन्म लिए हैं, कितना कष्ट भोगे हैं. भक्ति में एक्चुअली कोई कष्ट नहीं है, आनंद है, केवल आनंद आनंद. तो we have to be patient. उत्साह निश्चय धैर्य. So we should so Krishna takes care. If you practice devotional service very sincerely, one lifetime you can go back to God. And suppose you are not able to complete your bhakti, then Krishna says that if you practice, if you fall down after little practice because of material desire, okay, I'll send you to heavenly planet. You fulfill your material desire there. And then after the material desire get fulfilled, you'll go to hell? No. You'll born in the aristocratic Brahman family or very rich family. So from a childhood, you have opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. You don't have to earn lot of money because you already from rich family. Happily you can practice Krishna consciousness. And then complete your Krishna and go back to God. And if you fall down after a long time, not because of petty material desire, then you will directly born in the family of a Vaishnava or Acharya. So thus Krishna takes care. Krishna consciousness never perishes. Like we have heard the pastime of Gajendra. In the previous life he was Indradumna king. He was some sort of devotees. And he practiced some like process of chanting. And when you fall on the mouth of crocodile, so and in great difficulties, he took shelter of the Supreme Lord. The same mantra came in his mind, which he was chanted in his previous life. प्राग जन्म अनुशिक्षण, पिछले जीवन में उन्होंने जो सीखा था. See the power of spiritual practice. It is never go in vain. So thus, with our whole heart and faith, we should practice Krishna consciousness, and same faith we should give to new boys. How it is going to help? Boys may not understand, all the boys may not understand, but you should not change the strategy. You keep repeating the same thing, and then so okay, same चीज ही बोल रहा है, मतलब सही होगा शायद. Yes. So now when you say in an encouraging way, inspiring way, sympathetic way, enlightening way, then people will take it up. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, my dear Tata. Tata means
Brata.
son. So, putra ke jaise, sneha.
साइड से जाओ, साइड से जाके
बाहर से देखो ना, वो
होल से देखो ना. तो बस्ता
लेके आते बोले আমি ঠিক আমি করে দিচ্ছি, বলে আমি সরিয়ে দিচ্ছি, আজকে সরিয়ে দিচ্ছি বলে. সায়নপুর তুমি আসো না, আজকে মাতাজিকে হ্যান্ডেল করতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? তো I'll say what we have to say. So এখন যে ঝগড়া না করে, ঠিক আছে? এখন ঝগড়া করলে তাহলে আমি মাতাজিকে চেঞ্জ করতে পারবো না.
कल भी दिक्कत कर रहे थे.
I'll talk to her.
कल से डबल मत लगाना है, ऐसा करें.
So till the time they shifted to voice, very new in their Krishna consciousness, 1 year, 2 years, or 1.5 years, we should very lovingly, actually all the time we should lovingly behave, very compassionately behave. And after they shift to the voice, then what we should do? Then training and education. Then they get trained up. They get training like you get different classes, different aspects of devotional service, sadhana, sadachar, seva, deity worship, preaching, cooking, instrument playing. So that's you get trained up. Like आर्मी में जब ज्वाइन करते तो क्या होता है? ट्रेनिंग दिया. Like when you are joined voice like Krishna's army, Lord Chaitanya's army, and you become perfect devotee, and you know how to save others. The soldiers, they know how to save the citizen country. So similarly, so they are very dear to the prime minister, government. Similarly, when you become trained up, first of all you came in Krishna consciousness. Now when you get trained up as a perfect devotee, then you become Krishna's army. Krishna's army means Krishna's own person. समझ में आ रहा है? See, being a devotee outside and being a devotee in voice is different. So when your voice is getting trained up, then you become Krishna's own man. You become very dear to Krishna. So you learn how to save others from the clutches of Maya. So then your progress is much more faster than others. So, so, uh, so therefore, this training and education is very important. Morning program is very important. The different aspects which is taught in voice is very important. So, instead of wasting our time during our 4 years of college uh, or during your working hours, we should invest some important time to get training and education. So this is called Bhagavat Bhagavat Vidhi. This our parampara is a Bhagavat Vidhi, learning, Shiksha, Shiksha disciple. So, and one more thing is important, when we become a preacher or frontliner, sense of belongingness, sense of belongingness. Then everything comes naturally. You serve naturally. You give your best naturally. When you feel that I am so fortunate that Srila Prabhupada saved my life. When you feel that Srila Prabhupada is such a great personality. He preached Krishna consciousness all over the world, delivered the whole world. And I was so fallen soul. I was suffering in the material world. But Srila Prabhupada saved my life. The devotee saved my life. Or voice saved my life. Or ISKCON saved my life. Then you feel sense of belongingness. So this sense of belongingness is very important. So then you try to serve in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Try to serve in the mission of Krishna. Try to do some service. Like this Arihant Prabhu is doing all the printing services. Is a very busy schedule, but I am speaking anytime and doing the services. I am telling him to take money, but he's not taking. So we have to give some money to him. Long time not taking money is not good. So we should give money. So the point is that when somebody have such feeling, actually when somebody get bhakti, they must have this feeling. So this sense of belongingness is very important. When we have sense of belongingness, then you become Krishna's man. Your heart, you are sold out to Krishna. You think that I am servant of Krishna, I am servant of Prabhupada, I am servant of devotees. So we may not have compassion like Prabhupada, but when you have sense of belongingness, then you will become an instrument of Srila Prabhupada compassion. Srila Prabhupada जी के करुणा आप दूसरे के पास पहुंचाने के लिए प्रयास करें. We may not be perfect devotee, but we will try to serve as our best of our capacity. So that always we should cultivate in our mind, sense of belongingness. So everybody we have some sense of belongingness. कोई सोच सकता है मैं इस कंपनी में काम करता हूँ, मैं इस कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय हूँ. That is a simple sense of belongingness. कोई सोच सकता है मैं इस कॉलेज में पढ़ने के लिए आया हूँ, आई एम स्टूडेंट ऑफ दिस कॉलेज. कोई सोच सकता है मैं बिहार से हूँ और मैं बिहारी हूँ. But these are all material belongingness. They are all in false platform, temporary. Real belongingness, I am belongs to Krishna. I am belongs to Prabhupada. Prabhupada delivered us. That is the true belongingness. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि मैं बिहार से हूँ, बिहार के बच्चे लोग आ रहे हैं, मैं बिहार के बच्चे लोगों को उद्धार करूंगा, बिहार के बच्चे लोगों को भक्ति में लाऊंगा. समझ में आ रहा है? That is spiritual. That is spiritual. Now many boys from Bihar is coming. Now यू नो बिहार के बच्चे लोगों का
Mindset.
माइंडसेट जानते हैं. Now you have to see on Krishna's behalf how I can bring them in Krishna's lotus feet, so that they become devotee of Bihari ji.
बिहारी
Kunja Bihari. Krishna is also Bihari. Hari Bol. Krishna is saying that, huh? Why the Biharis are not becoming my devotee? So therefore it is very important that all of you should bring all the boys of Bihar at the lotus feet of Krishna. So then you are always in Bihar. And Bengali devotees would think, it is land of Lord Chaitanya. How the people of Bengal are not devotee? We should bring them in Krishna consciousness. So thus we should, whoever born in India, Bharat Bhumi Tole Manusya Janma Jar, Janma Sarthak Kori Karo, Karo Upkar. अपना जन्म सार्थक करिए और दूसरे को कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस करिए. बिहारी हो या बंगाली हो, किनका किनका भारत में जन्म हुआ है सबका. So this is our duty. So therefore my request is all of you give your best. Today we have our program. By this service, this is the last big program we are doing in this semester. We have one program and the second program, and we want maximum registration. So we have already 20-25 registration in our previous program. I want another 30 boys registered. At least 30-40 boys registered. And if we have like 50-60 boys, and maybe 20 will sustain. So try to have maximum registration. Then we have after DYS and after Sankalpa, generally according to statistics 15-20 लोग. अगर आप और अच्छे preaching करेंगे तो और भी ज़्यादा अच्छे लोग रह सकते हैं. So, but today registration is very important, and then after registration, as we have made some क्या कहते हैं इसको strategy or some organization of preaching. So we have 3 mentors like Akshay Prabhu, Nitish Prabhu, and Sayan Prabhu, and under them there will be different devotees, and those different devotees along with the mentor, they will take care of the new boys. So each mentor के अंडर में 2-3 devotees रहेंगे. तो लास्ट टाइम हम लोग मीटिंग किए थे, और फिर वो 2-3 डिवोटीज हैं, बाकी उनके अंडर में 15-15 डिवोटीज का टेक केयर करेंगे, फॉलो अप करेंगे. तो क्या होगा, एक नाइस केयरिंग और गाइडलाइन, एक टीम रहेगा. तो इस प्रकार इस बच्चे लोग भगवान के आश्रय प्राप्त कर सकते हैं और उनके मनुष्य जीवन को सफल बना सकते हैं. तो इस प्रोग्राम के बाद अगले वीक में अगले संडे हम लोग का प्रोग्राम है 25 तारीख, वो भी अनाउंस कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, जो लोग भी आना चाहते दे कैन रजिस्टर. और आप लोगों ने जो रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं किया अभी तक, 25 का प्रोग्राम का रजिस्ट्रेशन आज लास्ट दिन है. ठीक है, ये कंपलसरी है सबके लिए. तो रजिस्ट्रेशन करिए और दूसरे बच्चे लोगों को भी लेके आ सकते हैं, विशेष करके जो नए बच्चे लोग हैं. If they come, it will be very nice. Govind and all those.
घर जा रहे ना?
बात करिए.
प्रज्वल और अभिषेक को मोटिवेट
बात करिए. ठीक है, लेट्स सी इफ दे हैव कोई मनी इशू है तो थोड़ा सा कंसीडर किया जा सकता है. ठीक है, मनी इशू हो सकता है.
न्यू में तो प्रमोट कर सकते हैं. इधर चल रहा है, इसमें न्यू में तो सबको फैसिलिटी डाटा ले रहे हैं, मतलब हो रहा है डाटा अच्छा जा रहा है.
Okay, so just we have 5 minutes more. So So we need some devotees for services. Services का कल हम लोग जो डिस्कशन किया था, तो क्लास अरेंजमेंट में
यहीं से प्रॉब्लम है। काम कर दीजिए, हो गया, क्लास हो गया।
तो क्लास